This is probably my last few days, even though I think I've said that before, with the current situation in government. The last cabinet meeting is on Thursday, but and the counts are going on, the different parties. I think the results will be out Friday night, Friday evening. So again, I think it's essential that we get a government. We need a government, and I'd say to those people who haven't got involved in the talks, that should be involved in the talks. If you're elected to Dáil Éireann, you should accept responsibility and get in there and get government. I also disagree with the two major parties in relation to excluding Sinn Féin. I think they got 24% of the vote. I think they should be involved in all the talks and negotiations, and I think that will happen eventually. So my bottom line is, if Michelle O'Neill and Arlene Foster can work together, they come from two very different traditions, and the two of them can work together in the north and the Northern Executive. There's no reason why a lot of the political parties down here don't cop onto themselves, sit down. Peace, we all have differences. I went into government with a party that I had strong disagreements in. I went in to try and do something for people with disabilities, to try and bring in some new foreign policy issues as well. Some have been successful. You don't get everything in talks, and I'd say to people, if you have the honour and privilege of being elected to Dáil Éireann, you should be prepared to go in and serve your people, and particularly in the middle of a COVID crisis. I think it's unacceptable that we have that the talks have gone on so long, and that we haven't a new government in place by now. I know when I was involved in the negotiations, of course they're difficult and they can be long-winded, but when you're involved in negotiations, and you make the deal, you should prepare to go in there, stick with it and get on with the job. Your country needs you now, and I'd urge all newly elected TDs to get involved and stop sitting on the fence and get directly involved in the formation of a government.